life you say you want. Think about the kind of negative energy that surrounds you when you begin your day with resistance. When you respond to the sound of the alarm clock with internal dialogue along the lines of, "Oh no, it is time already. I have to wake up. I don't want to wake up." It is as if you're saying, "I don't want to live my life, at least not to the fullest." Many people who suffer from depression report that the morning time is the most difficult. They wake up with dread. Sometimes it is because of a job they feel obliged to go to, or due to a relationship that is failing. Some can you scroll, Mansi? Some people feel that this way simply due to the nature of depression and its ability to weigh on a person's mind, emotions, and heart without needing a specific reason. The tone of our morning has a powerful impact on the tone of the rest of your day, of our day. It becomes a cycle. Waking up with despair, spending the day continuing to feel that way, going to sleep feeling anxious or depressed, and then repeat the cycle of melancholy the next day. Not only are people missing out on the abundance of clarity, energy, motivation, and personal power that comes from waking up each day on purpose, but their resistance to this inevitable daily act is a defiant statement to the universe that they would rather lie in bed unconscious than to create and live the life they desire. On the other hand, when you wake up each day with passion and purpose, you join the small percentage of high achievers who are living their dreams. Most importantly, you will be happy. By simply changing your approach to waking up in the morning, you will literally change everything. But don't take any word for it. Trust these famous early risers: Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, Bill Gates, Howard Schultz, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Albert Einstein, Aristotle, and far too many more to list here. No one ever taught us that by learning how to consciously set our intention to wake up each morning with a genuine desire, even enthusiasm to do so, we can change our entire lives. If you are just snoozing every day until the last possible moment, you have to head off to work, show up for school, or take care of your family, and then coming home and zoning out in front of the television until you go to bed. This used to be my daily routine. I have got to ask you, when are you going to develop yourself into the person you need to be to create the levels of health, wealth, happiness, success, and freedom that you truly want and deserve? When are you going to actually live your life instead of numbly going through the emotions, looking for every possible distraction to escape reality? What if your reality, your life could finally be something that you can't wait to be conscious for? There's no better way, there's no better day than today for us to give up who we have been for who we can become and upgrade the life we have been living for the one we really want. There's no better book than the one you are holding in your hands to show you how to become the person you need to be, who is capable of quickly attracting, creating, and sustaining the life you have always wanted. How much sleep do you really need? The first thing experts will tell you that how many hours of sleep we need is that there is no magic number. The amount of sleep that is ideal varies for every individual and is influenced by factors such as age, genetics, overall health, how much exercise a person gets, and many others. While you may be at your absolute best sleeping if 7 hours a night, someone else may clearly need 9 hours to have a happy and productive life. According to the National Sleep Foundation, some research has found that long sleep durations, 9 hours or more, are also associated with increased morbidity, illness, accidents, and even mortality death. This research also found that variables such as depression were significantly associated with long sleep. Since there is such a wide variety of opposing evidence from countless studies and experts, and since the amount of sleep needed varies from person to person, I'm not going to attempt to make a case that there is one right approach to sleep. Instead, I will share my own real world results from personal experience and experimentation, and from studying the sleep habits of some of the greatest minds in history. I will warn you, some of this may be somewhat controversial. How to wake up with more energy on less sleep. Through experimenting with various sleep durations as well as learning those of many other the miracle morning practitioners who have tested this theory, I have found that how our sleep affects our biology is largely affected by our own personal belief about how much sleep we need. In other words, how we feel when we wake up in the morning, and this is a very important distinction, is not solely based on how many hours of sleep we got, but significantly impacted by how we told ourselves we were going to feel when we woke up. For example, if you believe that you need 8 hours of sleep to feel rested, but you are going into bed at midnight and have to wake up at 6 a.m., you are likely to tell yourself, geez, I'm only going to get 6 hours of sleep tonight, but I need eight. I'm going to feel exhausted in the morning. Then what happens as soon as your alarm clock goes off and you open your eyes and you realize it is time to wake up? What is the first thought that you think? It is the same thought you had before bed. Geez, I only got 6 hours of sleep. I feel exhausted. It is self-fulfilling, self-sabotaging prophecy. If you tell yourself you are going to feel tired in the morning, then you are absolutely going to feel tired. If you believe that you need 8 hours to feel rested, then you are not going to feel rested on anything less. But if you change your beliefs, the mind body connection is a powerful thing. And I believe we must take responsibility for every aspect of our lives, including the power to wake up every day feeling energized, regardless of how many hours of sleep we get. I have experimented with various durations of sleep, from as little as 4 hours to as many as 9. The other variable in my experimentation was actively telling myself how I was going to feel in the morning based on the amount of hours I slept. First, I tried each duration of sleep, telling myself before bed that I was not getting enough sleep and that I was going to feel exhausted in the morning. Yeah, somebody can take over. Yeah, Pallavi.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. On 4 hours of sleep, uh, I woke up feeling exhausted. On 5 hours of sleep, I woke up feeling exhausted. On 6 hours of sleep, you guessed it, exhausted. 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. The hours of sleep I got didn't change how I felt when the alarm clock went off in the morning. As long as I told myself before bed that I wasn't getting enough sleep and that I was going to feel tired in the morning, that is exactly how I felt. Then I again experimented with each duration from 9 to 4 hours, this time reciting at a bedtime affirmation and telling myself that I am going to wake up feeling energized in the morning. Thank you for giving me these 5 hours of sleep tonight. 5 hours is exactly what I need to feel rested and energized in the morning. My body is capable of miraculous things, the least of which is generating of an abundance of energy from 5 restful hours of sleep. I believe that I created my experience of reality, and I choose to create waking up tomorrow, feeling energized and excited to take on my day, and I am grateful for that. What I found was that whether I got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, or even just 4 hours of sleep, as long as I consciously decided before bed that I was getting the perfect amount of sleep, that the hour were going to energize my body to feel wonderful in the morning. I constantly woke feeling better than I ever had before. However, I don't take my word for it. I encourage you to experiment with this yourself. How many hours of sleep do you really need? You tell me. Now, if you really struggle with falling or staying asleep, then it is concern for you. I highly recommend getting a copy of Sean Stevenson's book, Sleep Smarter. 21 proven tips to sleep your way to a better body, better health, and bigger success. This is one of the best, most well-researched book that I have ever seen on the topic of sleep. The secret of making everything every morning feel like Christmas. The secret of making every morning feel like Christmas. Think back to a time in your life when you were genuinely excited to wake up in the morning. Maybe it was to catch an early flight for a vacation that you have been anticipating for months. Maybe it was your first day at a new job or your first date of school. Maybe it was your wedding day or your last birthday. Personally, I can't think of any time in my life when I was more excited to wake up in the morning, regardless of how much sleep I got, than when I was a kid. Every year on Christmas morning, maybe you can relate. Whenever the occasion that have had you excited to wake up in the morning, how did you feel when those morning arrived? Did you have to drag yourself out of bed? Doubtful. On morning like these, we can't wait to wake up. We do so feeling energized and genuinely excited. We quickly heave the cover off and spring to our feet, ready to take on the day. Imagine if this is what every day of your life was like. Shouldn't it be? It can. The miracle morning is largely about recreating that experience of waking up, feeling energized and excited, and doing it every single day of your life for the rest of your life. It is about getting out of bed with purpose, not because you have to, but because you genuinely want to, and dedicating each day to developing yourself into the person you need to be to create most extraordinary, fulfilling, and abundant life you can imagine. The miracle morning is already doing just that for thousands of people around the world, people just like you. Chapter 5: The 5-step snooze proof wake up strategy for all of the snooze alcoholics. Uh, if you really think about it,
Snoozeaholics, yeah.
pardon?
I just helped you with the word snoozeaholics.
Thank you so much. Snoozeaholics. If you really think about it, hitting the snooze button in the morning doesn't even make sense. It is like saying, I hate getting up in the morning, so I do it over and over and over again. Demetri Martin. I had liked morning better if they started later, unknown. First, let me just say that if it wasn't for the strategy that I am about to share with you, I would still be sleeping or snoozing through my alarm clock every morning, and that is even more detrimental. I would still adhere to my old limiting belief, claiming that I was not a morning person. It is been said that nobody actually likes waking up early, but everyone loves the feeling of having woken up early, kind of like exercising. Many of us struggle to get ourselves out to the gym, but all of us feeling the feeling of having gone to the gym. Waking up early, especially when done with the purpose, always starts you off feeling empowered for your day. Increasing your wake up motivational level. For most of us, when the alarm clock sounds each morning, we are woken up from a deep sleep, leaving the comfort of our bed in the least appealing thing is the least appealing things to do. If you were to rate your level of motivation as it pertained to waking up, aka akka, uh, your wake up motivation level, WUML, at the moment the alarm clock insisting insist incessantly. Mansi, please help me out.
Incessantly.
Incessantly beeping. Thank you so much. On the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being ready to wake up and embrace the day, and 1 meaning you want nothing more than to go back to sleep. Most of us would probably rate our WUML close to A1 or A2. It is perfectly natural. When you're still half asleep, you want to hit snooze button and keep on sleeping. The challenge is how you do to give yourself the motivation you want to wake up early and create an extraordinary day. When you wake up, motivational level is only at 1 or 2 when your alarm clock sounds. The answer is simple, one step at a time. Here are 5 simple snooze-proof steps to making waking up in the morning, even early in the morning, easier than ever before. Sunita ji, you can take over. Thank you so much.
Sunita, you want to read now? Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Step 1. Set your intentions before bed. The first key to waking up is to remember both. Your first thought in the morning is usually the last thought you had before you went to bed. For example, we've all had nights where we could hardly fall asleep because we are so excited about waking up next morning. Whether it was Christmas Eve, the night before your birthday, your first day of school, starting a new job, or going on vacation. As soon as the alarm clock sounds, you open your eyes with enthusiasm and excitement to get out of bed and embrace the day. On the other hand, if your last thought before bed was something like, I can't believe I have to get up in 6 hours, I'm going to be exhausted, and then your first thought when the
Sunita,
alarm clock.
your voice is a little पता नहीं, it's echoing or it's just breaking. Something is different. Can you just adjust the mic or something?
Uh,
Yes.
is this better?
Yeah. Try speaking. Try reading a little bit.
On the other hand, if your last thought before
Yeah,
bed
better
was.
than before. Yeah, yeah. Go on.
On the other hand, if your last thought before bed was something like, I can't believe I have to get up in six
It
hours,
is still echoing, Sunita.
uh,
Something is different. It's not very
okay,
clear.
okay, so I think then someone else will have to take me
No, no, no. You
because
you do read. You do read. Just adjust it a little bit. I think it will work out.
uh,
Just give it one more try. If it is too much different, then will someone else can take over. You're doing good, but just a little bit adjustment will help.
so actually the thing is that if I keep my phone nearer, then I can't read because I have specs, so I have to keep it at a specific distance. And I think
Okay. I
my
think this.
hands free
Let's
is
ask
not
others.
working well.
Okay. Is this okay for everyone? Let it be.
Sunita ji, if you are using Bluetooth, then this may be the problem. If you
Yeah,
can
I'm using
remove.
Bluetooth.
Can you put on headphones or something, Sunita?
Uh, Okay, so this is going to take time, so I guess someone else can do that. From tomorrow onwards, I'll make sure to do the other ones. I don't have them handy.
Oh, array. Okay. I wanted you to read, actually, because you wanted to read, right? So, is it okay, guys? We were able to understand, right? Like, let her read. Sunita, go
Yeah, I
on
could
with the
follow.
best possible. Yeah, Deepa?
I could follow. Let her continue on.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
So
about others, but
you go on.
all
Yeah,
is
go.
fine.
You go on with the best possible possibility for you. Okay, just go on. Hello.
Now, I think someone else should take up because then it doesn't make sense putting in the
No,
effort
no,
and not getting the
it
result.
is not that bad actually. It was just we were just trying to help you make it even clear, but we can understand you. So
Hmm.
please go on.
Good,
Please
good,
go on. It's okay. Another
good
10
start.
minutes and we'll stop the reading anyway. So please go on. Continue
Chelagutiri.
forever.
Chelagutiri. Stop trending, Larendero. അത് വെച്ച് വിടാട്.
Go on, Sumita.
Okay.
Fine.
I'm going to be exhausted in the morning. Then your first thought when the alarm clock goes off is likely along the lines of, oh my gosh, it's already been 6 hours. No, I just want to keep sleep. So the key is to consciously decide every night to actively and mindfully create a positive expectation for the next morning. For help on this and to get the precise words to say before bed to create your powerful intentions, download the Miracle Morning Bedtime Affirmations free at www.miraclemorning.com sources. Step 2. Move your alarm clock across the room. If you haven't already, move your alarm clock as far away from your bed as possible. This forces you to rise from bed and engage your body in movement. Motion creates energy. So when you get up and out of bed, it naturally helps you to wake up. If you keep your alarm clock next to your bed, then you are still in a partial sleep state when the alarm goes off. And it makes it much more difficult to wake yourself up. I'm sure you can probably relate to rolling over, still half asleep, and turning the alarm clock off without even realizing that it went off. I know that on many occasions, I've even convinced myself that my alarm clock was merely part of the dream I was having. Simply forcing yourself to get out of bed to turn off the alarm clock will instantly take your wake up motivation level from a WUML1 to a WUML2. However, you'll still likely be feeling more sleepy than not. So, step 3, brush your teeth. I know. Really, huh? You're telling me to brush my teeth? Yes. The point is that you are doing mindless activities for the first few minutes and simply giving your body time to wake up. So, after turning off your alarm clock, go directly to the bathroom and brush your teeth and splash some water, warm or cold, on your face. This simple activity will increase your wake up motivation level from a WUML2 to a WUML3 or WUML4. Now that your mouth is minty fresh, it's time to step 4. Drink a full glass of water. It's crucial that you hydrate yourself first thing every morning. After 6 to 8 hours without water, you will naturally be mildly dehydrated, and dehydration causes fatigue. Often, when people feel tired at any point of the day, what they really need is more water, not more sleep. Start by getting a glass of water, or you can do what I do and fill it up the night before so it's already there for you in the morning. And drink it as fast as is comfortable for you. The objective is to rehydrate your body and mind as fast as possible to replace the water you were deprived of during the hours you sleep. When you drink a glass of water and hydrate yourself, your wake up motivation level goes from a WML3 or WML4 to a WML4 or WML5. Step 5. Get rest in your regular. Last but not the least, get dressed in your exercise clothes so you're ready to leave your bedroom and immediately engage in your bedroom. Some people prefer to start their day by jumping into the shower, but I believe we should earn our morning shower by breaking a sweat first. Morning exercise is crucial to maximizing your potential because it puts you into a peak mental, physical, and emotional state so that you can win the day. We'll cover exercise in more depth in the next chapter. It only takes about 5 minutes to execute these 5 simple steps, and when you do, your wake up motivational level should naturally be at a WUNL 5 or 6. At that point, it requires much less discipline to stay awake for your miracle morning. If you were to try and make that commitment at the time your alarm clock went off, while you were at W2ML1, it would be much more difficult decision. Here's a quick review of the first of the 5 step smooth wake up strategy to make it significantly easier to wake up and stay awake. First, set your intentions the night before. This is the most important step. Remember, your first thought in the morning is usually the last thought you had before bed. So take responsibility for creating genuine excitement for the next morning every night before bed. Keep your alarm clock across the day. Remember, movement creates energy. Brush your teeth. Use a mouthwash for extra oomph. Drink a full glass of water. Hydrate yourself ASAP. Get in your workout clothes. Earn your AM shower. Does anyone else wants to take this forward?
Yeah, I'm just looking how much is left. It's not much. So yeah, let's finish this chapter.
Okay, Miracle Mornings bonus wake up tips. Keep in mind that although this strategy has proven to be work for thousands of people, these 5 steps are not the only way to make waking up in the morning easier. Here are a few other tips I've heard from fellow Miracle Morning practitioners. TMM bedtime affirmations. If you haven't done this yet, you can take a minute now to go through the Miracle Morning site and download the re-energizing intention setting Miracle Morning bedtime affirmations for free. Set a timer for your bedroom lights. One of our Miracle Morning community members sets his bedroom lights on timer. You can buy an appliance timer online or at your local hardware store. As his alarm goes off, the lights come on. What a great idea! It's a lot easier to fall back asleep when it's dark. So having the lights come on tells your mind and body that it's time to wake up, regardless of whether or not you use time. Be sure to turn your lights on first thing when your alarm goes. Set a timer for your bedroom heater. Another fan of the Miracle Morning said that in the winter she kept her bedroom heater on an appliance timer, set to go off 15 minutes before she woke. She set it cold at night but warm for waking up so that she wouldn't be tempted to crawl back under the covers to avoid the cold. She said it made a huge difference. Feel free to add to or customize your snooze proof wake up strategy. And if you have any tips, you're open to sharing. I'd love to hear them. Please feel free to contact me directly in the Miracle Morning community on Facebook at www.miraclemorning.com. It's all about having an effective, predetermined, step-by-step strategy to increase your wake-up motivation level in the morning. Don't wait to try this. Start tonight by reading the Miracle Morning bedtime information, moving your alarm clock across the room, setting a glass of water on your nightstand, and committing to the other two steps for the month. That's it.
Okay, great. Yeah, Deepa, you want to share something before you leave? Okay, I think she's already left. Okay, no problem. Yeah, we're done with two chapters today, smaller ones and nice ones. So, yeah, great. So, yeah, we will be starting with the actual savers, I think, from tomorrow, sixth chapter. So, okay, we are open for discussion now. Feel free to share, whoever wants to share anything. Just unmute and speak, whatever you would like to share. Any takeaways, any insights, anything. Who would like to go first? Yes?
I can go. Uh,
Yeah, go on, yeah, Vidya.
I think the topic which was particularly very good was regarding the sleep and how much sleep do we really need. I think it's something that I personally have also been asking myself, how much sleep do I need? When do I sleep? And when do I wake up? And what is the optimal time, number of hours that one needs to sleep to feel fully rested and wake up fresh. So to be able to wake up in the morning, what he has described as WUML, uh, that seems to be like, what is my level of motivation to wake up? I think that looks like a very good, self-assessment in the morning to say, like, how do I really feel like waking up or not? And how do we increase that rating? So what do we do? Look at things the previous night, set the intention the previous night, have a glass of water, whatever it is that can be making the next day morning an easier activity to wake up. I think is what he is saying, that, think about the next morning instead of just going to bed. I thought that was pretty powerful.
Yes, I agree 100% with you because that's the same with me. I used to believe, I really believe, and I still do actually, that our sleep hours does make are very, very important because there was a time when I used to wake up at 5 o'clock very, very consistently for many months, and it did gave a toll on my health because I was not sleeping early. In spite of waking up early, I was not sleeping early, so I was not getting enough or the required sleep for my body, and it did related with some lifestyle lifestyle disease kind of thing. I got thyroid after that and things like that. So the first thing my doctor asked was, are you sleeping uh, early? Like because I told her that I'm waking up at 5 o'clock and I don't know, I'm not feeling fresh and all that. So then this become a belief for me that I have to uh, complete the hours, come what may, at least 8 hours of sleep or something. But yes, today what author has said does make sense because I have heard many people, like even Sadhguru or these yogis or people like that, they sleep like for 2-3 hours only, and they are living quite very good life because they are very living a very, very purposeful life, obviously. And so many big people, right? So I always wondered how does this work for them. But yeah, I think what he shared today does make sense. Like, and I loved this about setting an intention the night before, because normally I used to set intention in the morning, but now setting it a night before, and the thought that we sleep with will be the thought we wake up with. It's a good actually. Like it was an aha moment for me too. So yeah, it makes quite sense. Although we need to work on our sleep hours and duration, and I feel a morning is very much defined by the sleep routine we have. And yeah, he is also sharing on the similar lines, and so many resources he's giving. So I think we should explore them out and make use of them. So yeah, very well pointed with that. Thank you for sharing that. I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Anyone else about any other point or the same point? So since I'm talking, I'll just add one more thing. So I have observed that it's also about the habit. Because I, few months back, before we started with this 7 hour 7 o'clock reading, I used to having this belief that I have to wake up, I have to sleep for like 8 hours minimum. So on days where I slept very late, I woke up late and I was drowsy and I did not feel that fresh and things like that. But now with this so many days of waking up so consistently, for the reading and for the morning routine, because it's changed now because of the reading, so I feel it's become a habit now. Even if it's 7 o'clock, whatever it is, like I just get up without an alarm clock. Also, I've observed that I just wake up on time, on my regular time. So it's become like a regular time, and as they say, right, our body clock does adjust to. So sometimes in the initial days we have to push and we have to add something. So for me, in my case, I added this accountability, right? Because now that this becomes, I realized one day that when I have external commitments, I'm more uh pro like more this thing, I'm a person who is more committed to external commitments than my personal commitments. So I just took it as a strategy, and I tried with this, and it really is working well for me. So that's one thing I would want to add. So maybe whatever works for you, like maybe you can have an accountability partner, you can have a friend, or whatever you change you want to make, like in terms of the morning routine. So even if you wake up at 6, you want to wake up at 5, or whatever change, or maybe the energy level, so that might help. uh, just sharing my thing. Yeah. Yeah, Pallavi.
Yeah,
And wonderful easy step is given, right? Yeah, Pallavi.
yeah. Thank you so much. Just to add to what you and Richa said, the first thought you in the morning is usually the last thought you had before the bed, and you don't have to be the morning person. You just need a strategy. And I also found that profound five-step snooze strategy that the author talk about. Just Richard has already shared. Set your intention before your bed. Move your alarm clock across the room. Brush your teeth and splash. This thing I found very. matlab, I can relate very much. कि, brush your teeth and splash water on your face. And drinking a full glass of water. एंड मतलब कि आपको अगर सुबह जॉगिंग के लिए जाना है तो पुट योर मतलब जॉगिंग शूज या पुट योर जॉगिंग ड्रेस बिफोर नियर योर बेड तो प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ मेंटली बिफोर नाइट व्हाट यू हैव टू मतलब सेट योर इंटेंशन बेसिकली या दैट्स ऑल
Yes, very true, very well said. Actually, I have been doing a few of those things unintentionally, and I just as like an idea for me to for pushing myself, like keeping the clothes ready and things like that. But and having that one glass of warm water, something like that. But yeah, now it will be more of a conscious choice, as the author says. And what I felt, now one more thing about this, Pallavi and all of you, that in even in the 5 a.m. club, na, he shares about this 20-20-20 minute rule, where it is like 20 minutes of movement of your body. It could be anything, any kind of exercise or anything. 20 minutes of movement, 20 minutes of reading, and 20 minutes of meditation is what he suggests. So in that, I feel this can actually, what the stats that this author has given can actually sync with that also. So we can actually blend it together for making a morning routine. So wonderful things, I feel.
I also like one sentence that I read कि अगर आप सुबह पर्पस से उठते हैं ना द हाउ द ऑथर सेड ब्यूटीफुली अबाउट द क्रिसमस मॉर्निंग कि यू मतलब जब जैसे कोई फेस्टिवल होता है नॉट रियली क्रिसमस बिकॉज दिवाली है होली है तो हम लोग कितनी जल्दी उठ के मतलब सुबह 5 बजे से उठ के हम लोग बैलून पानी के बनाने लगते थे जब छोटे थे वी हाँ मनीष जी यू कैन टेक किया बस मैं तो इतना ही कहना चाह रही थी कि हाउ ब्यूटीफुली ही सेड कि एवरी मॉर्निंग कैन फील लाइक क्रिसमस मॉर्निंग इफ वी वेक अप विद अ पर्पस या Manish, you can take ahead, please.
Yes, yes, very true. We don't see it like this, na? Like actually, we only give this importance to special occasions. Yeah, yeah, Manishi, please go on.
Yeah, the my take on is that when we wake up early morning, in the morning our mind is in the alpha state, and in the alpha state, this is more of a science basically. So when we're in the alpha state, our subconscious mind is uh, to more receptive and is more active, and basically, and whatever affirmation we do in the morning, uh, they will be more effective basically. So in the morning when we are in alpha state and our subconscious mind is more receptive, we can be more creative, and uh, we can do tasks more easily, and we can focus on like doing exercise, gratitude, and so many important things that we do for our health, and setting a tone for the day basically. So, when we talk about affirmation, so affirmation has to be done before bed and immediately after we wake up. That in the this is in the morning basically what we call miracle morning, because our mind is in the calm state. So whatever affirmation we will do will be more effective. It will be more effective and will be more creative in our work. So our day will be more productive. So we can set good intention for the day, and as I said that your mind, subconscious mind is more receptive. So our mind will be more clearer and it will be more effective to make important decisions for a good productive day basically. So it's in the morning everything is peaceful inside and outside basically. So the affirmation we do that I'm loving, I'm wonderful, and I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, and so many all the good things which are important for us. They they are more effective in the morning, and then we can we can set a good tone for the day basically. We can plan our day well, and when it's just like well begun is half done. So when you start your day early, you can do exercise, so your mind and body will be more active, right? So that you can set good intentions for the day, and I think if the intentions are good and the start is good, then our day will be more productive. So I think that's the. And regarding the sleep also, when we go to sleep, we should never go with some kind of you know resentment and bad feelings and things like that. It's just like when you go to bed, we should always say that God forgive me for anything that I have not done good, and I'm sorry, I love you, thank you. So basically, the words have the power basically, because everything what we manifest is based on energy and frequency. So when we say sorry, thank you, and love you, these are the highest frequencies that we attract what we want in life. So we should always go to bed with these affirmation, and that I always emphasize that reflect on the day, like what I did wrong and how I can do it better tomorrow, and go with uh, a prayer of thank you, that thank you for such a uh, healthy body, healthy life, and beautiful so many things. So when we go to bed with those affirmation, yeah, then our subconscious mind is active throughout the night. So when we go to bed with positive affirmation, so our body is very relaxed, our mind is very relaxed, and then will get good sleep in less time. And also, like, before we go to bed, if we set objective for tomorrow, like this is my to-do list for tomorrow, and then we go with a very relaxed state. Yes, I have planned my day, and I can uh, when I have planned my day, I can do it better this way, and you are more happy and satisfied. So it's all about frequency vibrations, and you should go with the very relaxed state when you go to bed. So when we go to relaxed state, we get a good sleep, and we wake up at the right time, and we don't have to snooze the button because we are ready. We are passionate for the day, basically. So the way we want to live the day, we are passionate about it, and we'll be very excited to start the day at the right time, and just do it the way we want, basically. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, very well said. Yeah, thank you so much, Maniji. Yeah, very true. And I have experienced this also. And on days when we have a good wind up for a day, when we are like as a family, we are reading, we are having some good time together, and we're sleeping, having early dinners and things like that, it's very relaxed, and it feels so happy to sleep that way. And we are more joyful, and I think even the mornings are better. I have not been very observant about it, but yeah, I agree to what you said. Like, it's basically setting a tone for a day, and planning does help. Like, having a it's always recommended as a good habit to plan the next day before you go to bed, because that's somewhere. And even studies where we kehte hain na, like, for students also they advise that you read whatever you are reading at night, you repeat that in the morning, so that stays longer in, that goes into your long term memory of the brain. So that really makes a difference. So what we think, our thoughts before sleeping, just before going to bed, really adds to the subconscious mind, which is in operation at night. So yeah, very well said.
And one more thing I want to add is, when we wake up early in the morning and when we are in the alpha state and we are doing positive affirmation, because our body is 70% water, right? So water has the maximum absorption capacity. So when we speak, basically we are speaking energy and frequency. Our emotions are frequency. Words have the energy. So whatever we are speaking, that are going that is directly making impact inside our body, because 70% is water, right? So when we say good affirmation, high frequency words, emotions, they have a very positive effect in us inside our body. And when we inside, we have the cell inside our body, right? And 70% is water. So when you have positive impact with this positive affirmation in the mind, in the body, your body will be more energetic, full of positivity, energy, and things like that. So then you'll be more active and positive, and it will make a very good impact on your day-to-day work, basically. Yeah, that's the science behind that. Thank you.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, very true. Yeah. Anyone
So,
else who's not spoken wanted? Viren, yeah, Viren and Sunita.
yeah.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, Viren, go on.
So Manish ji actually is still my point related to the 70% of water. No way. So my point is related, like water has a tendency, like it will gain shape and size of the like in which we are, in whichever we are putting it in, right? So same way the words, and this is the this is the quote from the Bruce Lee, that never say negative words or bad words about you, because that will affect directly by this way, the scientific reason Manish ji mentioned, right? And one more thinking I am pursuing, like God is every time giving blessings to all of us. Tathastu, tathastu, tathastu. And when there will be turn of ours come, and if we think of negative thoughts, and if God give a tathastu, so it will be very bad. Try to have always positivity, so that tathastu also work in same direction, right? And one more analogy I want to share, the statement I loved most is, you snooze, you lose. So suppose you are getting a train, and after getting in the train, you realize you are in the wrong train. So the best version of you, so whatever next possible station can, you come out of the train. Otherwise, you will have to cost very much. So this every snooze is a loss, because whenever you snooze as many as it's time, it will be multiplier for your loss. So this is the great statement I think we need to remember whenever we are snoozing. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, that was a powerful statement. When you snooze, we lose. Yeah, very true. And yeah, your voice was breaking or something, some disturbance, Viren. But yeah, we could get what you shared. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah, well said. Yeah, Sunita, you want to add something? Sunita, Pranavi? Yeah, Pallavi, I think you want to say something. Go on.
Sir, I thankfully acknowledge you give very beautiful example of a train. Yeah, thank you so much. That metaphor was very, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very true. Yes. Yeah. Sunita, you want to add something? You read today, na? You want to say something? Any aha moments, any realizations, any takeaways? Yes? You there? Okay, I think she's busy or something.
I
Yeah,
can quickly add
Pranavi.
if somebody is not speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let us check first, and then if no one wants to speak, then you just go on. Pradiji. Pranavi, you want to add? I know you were not
Yeah,
there for the beginning, but
yeah,
to the
I'm just
discussion.
reading the book whenever the time is acceptable. But I don't know, Ki, I think in this Miracle Morning, there are other books also. But right now, so I'm reading the same authors on the same author's name, but then it's telling that some other extra content has been added. Anyhow, things apart. Um, Coming to the execution part, Mansi, like in order to get up in the morning, people, not only people, especially the nutritionists and all, they say that it's better you finish off the dinner by 6 or 6:30. So I try to work on it. And then later I somewhere realize that I'm feeling hungry maybe at by 10 or 11 o'clock or something like that. But then after reading so many things and listening to the articles and all that, what I mean, the famous personalities told was the mind plays a game, especially during that 11:30 or 12 o'clock time. It will just create you a pseudo kind of hungry environment. So if you feel it and if you go beyond that, then definitely you'll fall into the sleep. Once if you're into the sleep, the morning you get up would be totally revitalizing and you will be in the divine aura actually. So that I have experienced from past a week. So whenever I'm finishing at 6:30, before my mind used to tell me that if you start your dinner at 6 or 6:30, you would somewhere feel hungry in the evenings, or I mean in the nights. And then later I used to have little of food even in the nights by 10:30 or 11. And then again I would land up with that sluggish sleep. So now that I'm not repeating in that because my mind is playing a game over there and I have realized that. So with that, I'm getting lovely mornings and I'm getting on time. And due to that, I'm able to do my spiritual work in a better way. So yeah, somewhere I just thought of telling that to you. Thank you all.
Thank you for adding that. In fact, I have been trying to eat for early dinners for a while, but somehow I'm not very successful at it. Sometimes I can keep up with it, sometimes I fall off. But yeah, even my observation when I have salad or light things like that
Yes.
at an early time of 7, 8 o'clock or something, or at least 6:30, 6:30 was never possible for me, but 7, 8 was my priority. But it does make a lot of difference in your energy levels and the way you feel light and things like that. And one thing that I would just want to add, like especially now when they say of early dinners, they advise to sleep early also. So we are ideally supposed to sleep at 10 o'clock or something, at least at 10
Yes.
o'clock or max 11. So you
Yeah.
don't feel hungry. And it's like 3, 4 hours before your sleep, and that works well. And even at times when we feel hungry, I feel the option is to have a glass of milk or a cup of milk or a cup of or a glass of chas. I think that can also is good to to tame the hunger, and
Yeah.
that
In that
really
sense,
works.
the nutritionist has advised me to go for buttermilk and a pinch of sugar, so that you would again have those electrolytes or whatever is there, no, that would get balanced in your body and it receives the maximum the nutrients, and then it will also have the capacity to flush out all the toxins from the body. So yeah.
Okay. I have not heard of sugar actually,
Mhm.
but yeah, buttermilk, yeah, it's a good option. I agree.
Yeah, so yeah, this would be helpful for us to get up in the morning and do the morning rituals. I think these
And
are the basic tools, Mansi, because most
yes,
of them, they focus on the morning routine how to do, but then how that morning routine would be efficient should be started right from the evening.
yes,
So
I
there lies the
agree. I
point.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree 100%. Like because the evenings are very, very important to define your mornings, is what I have realized even by
Yes, yes.
experience and even by reading and learning a few things. Yeah. Yeah. Sunita, you want to add something? You just typed it something, na? So I just wanted to ask you. Manishji wants to add something.
No, no, I just wanted to add, I didn't, what I wanted to, I don't want to
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
and,
She's like,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She's written that I agree that early dinners make my evenings and nights so better. Yeah, it does make a lot of difference. It's only like personally for me, I have never been trained to have an early dinner because my mom was a working mom, so she came home at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and after that, she made dinner and then we ate. So it was never a habit. And plus, even if it would happen. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock is an average estimated time at our place, like in even in our surroundings and everywhere, it's considered as a dinner time. So 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I don't come from a Jain family or families who have that as a ritual. So for me, that's like a real challenge to get me there. So yeah, but yes, I want to. I really do. Now I have heard and like read so much about it that I want to like make it a habit, but yeah, it's a process. Will take some time for me. But yeah, thank you for adding that. It emphasizes my own it helps me even resolve stronger for that. So yeah, Maniji, please share whatever you want to share and then we'll close the room. Yeah, it's at 7 already. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, the same on the sleeping thing, right? So what I do is, if I'm not feeling sleepy at the right time, so basically I just go for a brisk walk in the society and take some rounds for like fast walk, 15-20 minutes, and maybe I'll read something, and it will make me a bit tired, and I think it will make me get to sleep. This is how I do that. Yeah, and apart from that, when we talk about miracle morning, is all about positive affirmation, because all manifestation is based on four things: FTBA, feeling, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So all those four things has to be aligned. Positive thinking, positive like strong beliefs, and strong purpose, and accordingly the same action actually. So all have to be aligned, and before we go to bed, our subconscious mind is active, so we should go with positive affirmation, reflection of the day, meditation, and things like that. So when you go with that, these things, when you go to sleep, then we'll have a very sound sleep, because our mind is relaxed, and when we have a good sleep, we can wake up fresh at the right time. So, and doing same affirmation again. So just wanted to add these four things: FTBA, feeling, thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So all those four things has to be aligned to manifest what we want. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, very true. Yeah. Even I do. We do that. We go for a family stroll or just cycling with my daughter, something like that at in when we have early dinners. And yeah, reading also helps a lot. I do agree. Yeah. Vidya, you want to add something?
Yeah,
Or we can.
just one thing which I noticed, I had gone in January, I had gone for a Vipassana program. And in that program, the last meal is at 5:30 in the
Oh
evening.
my God.
And and for people who have done the program more than once, they should only have lemon water. There's no solid food. For other people, yes, there is some solid food, but that also is very light.
Yeah, just a moment. During the evenings, they are supposed to have lemon water.
Yeah.
Okay. So they don't take any dinner kind of thing, right?
No dinner, no dinner. This is for people who have done the program more than once. But for people who have not done it or who are doing it for the first time, they have something very light. They have a very light dinner for them, and they can also have lemon water. And it was like a little difficult initially to just have something so light in and then that too at 5:30. But the thing is that the body got used to it over 10 days. And then it was like, the digestion, the metabolism, everything just started doing, taking care of itself. And even though the bedtime was like, our 9:30, 10, after 5:30, after having that lemon water, we could still manage staying awake until that time. And initially first 2 days, I think people had to get adjusted, but after that it was all very easy. So I would say that it is sometimes it is not that you can't do it. It is just that If the system around you is making you do it, you will do it. That's what happened.
Very true. Thank you for sharing that. In fact, what was the waking up time then? What was the routine like? I'm
Morning
curious.
we had to wake up at 4:30. 4:30 the
Oh,
bell would ring, so that we had to go to the meditation hall.
wow. So yeah, thank you. We would like love to listen in depth about your experience someday, Vidya. So
Hmm.
maybe one day after we finish the book, the last day or something like that, you can share more. We would love to know and understand your experience. So
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
very true. Very well said. And in fact, I have heard of all these things, but I always wonder how can like. But yes, I do agree that the body gets adjusted, and 5:30 dinner is like beyond my imagination as of now. At least now it is not. I can. But have you kept up with the routine after coming back?
It's not
Uh,
possible. It doesn't work so easily. Because at home you have so many other things that you take care of, right? There you don't have to worry about who is cooking. As long as you go to the dining hall, the food is laid out, and you have to just take your food. But once you come home, you can't really do that. I found it that, I started doing it. I said, okay, let me eat by 7 p.m. instead of 5:30 p.m. And I had some experience. I would say that I was not totally successful. Some days I eat a little late, and some days I eat at 7 o'clock and go to bed at 10 o'clock. So that I know the system, how it works, but I'm not following it regularly. It's and I find it that it is not as practical to do it outside as it is to do it there. Yeah.
What
yeah,
I
I
found,
agree. I do agree.
my mother-in-law is Jenny. In Jenny, we have 1 month of Patani, what we say, some Muktakshar month, yeah, what. There she follows strictly the Jenny routine, and there I suppose they have to eat the dinner by 5:30. And like in Vipassana, we have to keep mum and keep all the gadgets away. We don't have to talk anything. The same thing is followed by the Janis during that month. And my mother-in-law says that is very, very, very what can divine experience you can say. And she feel keep in all the 12 months she finds that single month to be very matlab, सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन या व्हाट यू से सेल्फ आप जब चुप रहते हो शांत रहते हो हर चीज से अलग रहते हो तो आप सेल्फ इंस्पेक्ट करते हो या अपने आप को इवॉल्व करने वाला मंत्र रहता है बेसिकली एंड टू फॉरगिवनेस फॉर एवरीवन सो या आई फाइंड कि ये दिस इज समहाउ मतलब रिलेटेड टू उपासना ओनली ना नो
Vipassana is more the Buddhist style, but it must be similar, I am thinking, because it is about uh, self-observation, breathing, and one of the things that uh, Vipassana teaches is nothing is permanent. So if you're feeling hungry right now, after some time, you will not feel hungry because it is not permanent. The body keeps shifting, and what they call as body has so many minute atkalpas as or kalapas, and they keep shifting all over the body. And so right now you may feel hungry, but if you just let it be, you just observe it, then you will stop feeling that whatever sensation you're feeling. It could be hunger, it could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be any of these things. So it is emotional, it could be physical, and everything is like, it's just a sensation in the body that it will go. So using that, a lot of people have actually done like, 2 day fasting, 3 day fasting, and all that, just water fasting, juice fasting. I haven't done that, but it is that is a totally different topic altogether, and I don't want to go there. But what I was trying to say is the waking up and the sleeping and the night meal is something that is baked into their program. So and it is what I felt initially is it's not possible for me to eat at 5:30 and stay awake till 10 o'clock. I could do it when I was there. So that's what I would like to add.
Thank you so much. It was so profound. And today's lovely day of Buddha Purnima also, no? And
Yeah,
you
it is.
said something about Buddha religion, so it was so profound.
Oh yeah, it is Buddha Jayanti, right? Today? Wow, and we're talking about all this. It
I love
cannot be a coincidence.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's just coming to us, baby. Yeah, thank you, both of you, for sharing that. So yeah, we need to reflect on that. I think all these retreats and things like that, they are more about like making you aware that this can be done, and it's workable, and that's how it makes you feel. It's like giving you that experience. So and then we are supposed to just follow through and make take away and keep up with whatever possible after those experiences, is what I have understood so far. Like as close as you can follow through them, it will be good for us. So yeah, very well. Wonderful discussions and shares. Thank you, everyone. Then we'll close it for today and see you all tomorrow with a new chapter.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Bye
Bye.
What
bye.
is the
See you.
number? Is it fourth chapter,
Yeah, we
Mansi?
covered fourth and fifth today.
Okay, okay,
Pranav.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
It
all.
was a small quick reads, वैसे. So we
Okay,
covered both of them easily in the 40 minutes that we read.
okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
I can
Okay.
just go and revise it again. That's the reason why I've asked. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
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 thank
yeah,
you so
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye bye. Take care.
bye bye.